Well, hello everybody out there on the interwebs. Today we're going to be cooking a delicious shrimp scampi. I'm Chef Cash White, and I'm here today because God delivered me from my circumstances and put me in a place where I get to share my love of food with you. All right, first thing we're going to do, this is a pretty quick recipe, so we're going to start our water boiling for our angel hair pasta. So we're going to salt the water with about a tablespoon of salt, about a tablespoon of olive oil as well. Keep the pasta from sticking together. I'm going to get a couple of cloves here. I always like getting the whole clove of garlic as opposed to the minced garlic in a can because the oils already start to kind of come out of that. It doesn't have the same kind of flavor. This gives it a real fresh garlicky scent. The whole flavor profile of the scampi is going to be very garlicky, so we want to get quite a few good pieces of garlic here. Take one of these little bulbs right here. You can place your flat side of the knife down on top of it and just give it an easy little whack. Just enough to pop it. That'll break open the garlic paper on the outside. Let's just cut these up into a nice little mince. Keep your fingers out from under your knife. That's always a very good idea, if you know what I mean. You're just gonna give these a nice little slice as thin as you can get them. Don't worry about getting in a hurry. Take your time. This doesn't have to be the prettiest pieces of garlic that you've ever seen. The whole point is just to get them small enough to disperse evenly throughout all the food. Got about a tablespoon of minced garlic right there. All right, so we're gonna saute this shrimp now. We have a nice big pan with high edges. The reason that I'm using one with high edges like this is because I'm gonna place the pasta in here to absorb all the good juices and butter that we're gonna be making right now. We're gonna heat this pan over medium-high heat, and we are going to start with 4 tablespoons of butter. We like to melt the butter. It takes some time, but it's always better to use the butter. All right, now that we have this butter starting to bubble like this, we're gonna start adding our ingredients. We'll start with the chopped garlic, about a tablespoon. We got about a cup of sliced white mushrooms, and we have a pound of 3140 shrimp, peeled, deveined, and tail on. You can usually find these kind of shrimp in your butcher section. They'll have a little seafood section and you can get the peeled, deveined, tail on. I try to get Gulf shrimp. They have a much better flavor. With these particular shrimp, when I say 3140, I'm referring to the size of shrimp. So what that means is there's 31 to 40 shrimp per pound. So you can always gauge how many you need by how many dishes you're gonna make. You're cooking for 4 people and you want them each to have 10 pieces of shrimp, you're gonna need 40 shrimp. Now that we have this started cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and season it up a little bit. We'll go with some salt, probably about 2 teaspoons. We're gonna give it some Italian seasoning. We got about a teaspoon of granulated garlic and fresh cracked black pepper. I'm also going to just sprinkle a little bit of olive oil in here. What that's gonna do is it's gonna work with the butter to help keep the butter from burning as we raise these temperatures. I'm gonna give it a nice mix to get those seasonings spread throughout. And I'm gonna try to get it layered evenly so it'll cook evenly. Man, that smells good. Some of my favorite scents on the entire planet is hot butter with garlic cooking in it. You just can't beat it. While we let this cook, we're gonna cut some fresh basil and we're gonna get our lemon ready. Those are gonna be the last 2 things we put into it. Okay guys, for the fresh basil, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick off some leaves, stack them up nice and pretty, for no other reason than I just like general order in my life. I like to put the bigger ones on the bottom, and I'll show you why here in a sec. We're gonna roll this bad boy up, kind of on an angle, not straight up the leaf, but kind of diagonally across the leaf. And we're gonna cut this into thin, tiny strips. This is called Julianne. I'm gonna fluff those out a little bit. Now we have our basil ready. All right, we have our zest and our lemon, and we're gonna get to work. Let's get this basil in there. We're gonna get the zest of a lemon. Every time you zest a lemon, it lets that lemon oil up into the air. Just fills your nose with that real fresh citrus smell. I love that. Turn the heat down just a little bit. Give that a stir. Man, if you guys could smell this. I'm gonna turn this heat off for right now, and we're gonna get our pasta going. I like to use angel hair for this dish because it's kind of has a lighter flavor, and this allows you to pull the shrimp out a little easier. Use probably about a pound of the angel hair. Since angel hair is a thinner pasta, it's only gonna take maybe 3 to 5 minutes to cook, so keep a close eye on it. While your pasta's cooking, Get in there with some tongs and give it a little twirl. That way it doesn't stick together. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Angel hair pasta and some shrimp scampi. We're gonna film and eat happy. Perfect al dente. As soon as you get that done, guys, let's go ahead and throw this pasta into our scampi. You don't want to let your pasta sit out too long because what's going to happen is it's going to kind of start clumping together. So let's get it in there. I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter and I'm going to give it a nice little stir. Oh, man, one of my favorite parts about cooking is when stuff jumps out of the pan because it's fair game at that point, and then I get to eat it. All right, you're going to stir this up until that butter's melted and you can't see any more of it. It's getting that flavor all the way through that pasta. I'm going to dice up a tomato real quick just for some garnish, a little bit of color on there. All right, guys, whenever you build the pasta, remember, twirl it, build it for height. Makes it that much better looking. Then, some shrimp all the way around it. Got some fresh diced tomatoes to go on top, just like that. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon juice and some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. That is our very quick and easy shrimp scampi. Guys, if you like our recipes, have any suggestions, comments, or questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to click subscribe. Guys, always remember, keep the faith, enjoy the food. God bless you guys. Love you. I was kind of, honestly in my head, I was envisioning something and I was kind of like a cut together, like hot, salt, oil. Done, guys? I have that in there. Wah, wah, wah. All right, got our trusty colander here.